Hey guys, welcome back to the studio. If you caught the 2-minute very confused and what the hell was that kind of thing with me trying to do a live stream, you'll kind of see why there is this recorded post and why there may be a lack of content for the next couple of weeks. It would seem that despite the grand update with the desk and the grander update with the Wacom tablet, that apparently the hard drive and the video card in my tower would like to tell me to go to hell. Very forcibly. And is not willing to cooperate with OBS, or even if I directly hook up to YouTube with just the webcam, it doesn't want to do a live stream. So, sadly, I don't know that there will be any more live streams until we get the tower rebuilt. Now, the good news is that I have a date set aside between the 29th and 30th to get a new tower in here. However, have some patience with me. As you all know, I am not computer savvy. So, along with a custom build for the tower, it will require completely reformatting brand new hard drives and reinstalling a lot of software, and more than maybe you guys are familiar with, because there's other apps that I use for, work, that are also going to have to be recovered, accounts that are going to have to be recovered and put on the new hard drive, and then, reformatting this and calibrating this. So that's the bad news. So the live streams are kaput for right now. The good news is that all of the files that are on the hard drive on the tower itself have been backed up to solid state drives. So I'm not worried about, at this point, losing any more video files or archival files. So that's good. I did that tonight. I was planning on going live tonight. That didn't happen. I was trying to play with this on Monday, and I was trying with it Monday afternoon before Scott came over, and sadly the glitch is that once I turn the tower on, and if you're not familiar with the setup, there is this screen right here, but then there is the secondary screen, so I run both screens almost all the time. That tower is not really meant to run 3 screens, or 2 screens, let alone this then becomes a third screen when it's plugged in, which makes the video card, for all intents and purposes, have a stroke. It doesn't know what to do with it. So the tower itself is on its last legs, so there will not be editing going on for the next couple of weeks. I may do some recording. I don't know that it will be cat videos, since it is Catawary, and I have been trying to get cat content in. I have a black Savannah, and I was going to have a live stream with me working with Critic, because that's ever so entertaining now that I've actually, just in case you thought I wasn't doing anything, this is a whole notebook for me watching videos on how to use Krita, because I was so absolutely confused, and then I hit a shortcut key that I now know is a shortcut key. That's what happened. I hit a shortcut key and I didn't know that I hit a shortcut key. And it freaked me out. So now I have a list of shortcut keys for Krita. I have more of an idea of what Krita is supposed to do, and now I can actually play with it rather than just getting super confused about what everything does. So I may just kind of play with Krita without kind of looking like an idiot and making the content super boring. So that has been the last couple of weeks, is me taking notes and learning about shortcut keys and brush settings and all this other jazz. That is one aspect of the live streaming, was doing stuff on Krita and doing maybe question and answers and stuff on Krita, and getting more refreshing my sketching skills, because what you guys see with stuff like this is finished line drawings and me creating a finished piece. So it'll be me practicing my sketching skills and working off an actual rough sketch than just starting with clean lines, which is a whole change of frame for me. But as some of you know, okay, so that's the problem with the tower. I don't know if I will be creating content between now and the end of the month, but I will try. I don't think that at this point it's a safe bet that I will be editing, because Corel has been crashing. In fact, Corel is actually not even really loading. Mozilla is not loading. And clearly YouTube Studio is not loading, so that's why you guys aren't getting a lot of content. My computer's just like, go to hell. I'm not doing that anymore. The other thing, and this is a quiz for you all, would like to hear your comments down below. More feedback the better. I know y'all don't like having any feedback. Y'all like to sit in the shadows and just keep your opinions to yourselves. But really looking for some opinions, because now as some of you may know, I watch Draw with Jazza, which is now Jazza, who is an Australian artist, and he has a set of cameras for his studio when he's filming his artwork, and the setup is from Blackmagic. Now, where is that stupid thing? Oh, I forgot I'm filming with it. I was filming with the new webcam. See, that was another thing that after I got the live episode done with Krita, and I noticed that the resolution on the screen capture was bad. I went back and it turned out that the reason the screen capture was bad is because it was maxed out by the webcam, which the webcams that I was using are 720p. I want to shoot in 1080, so I had to get a new webcam. So I was originally recording this on that, and then once again the computer told me to go to hell. Which makes me think how the hell I'm going to edit this. Fuck it, maybe I'll just upload the file. Don't care. So maybe you'll get this unedited if I do, whatever. Okay, so what I normally do the commentary with is the Sony camera. That's also what I do in the overhead cams, which compensates for this LED light fine. Now, if you watch either one of the live broadcasts with the camera, you'll notice that 720p looks like crap for the resolution of the artwork that I do, because that is way sharper than anything was captured by that 720p webcam, and I don't know that the web cameras are going to work for streaming on that. Now, what I can do is that what Jazzy uses are these things called Blackmagic cameras, and basically it's a little body camera, and it would mount over the drafting table, and I can set it to record and to do live broadcast at the same time, and it takes care of a catchy little piece that we have a problem with on this channel, and that is I get so into my artwork I don't pay attention to whether or not I'm on or off camera. So this would actually take the external monitor on this thing, which is right there, and instead of putting it up over my head and out of my eyesight, would put it down on the table. And it's also where the controls for the camera are too, which is a pretty tight setup considering that being able to zoom in means that I have to get up and all this other jazz. So I don't have to fiddle around. It would streamline the recording as well, because instead of recording to a memory card, which I have the option to, I can also record straight to the hard drive, which we are severely upgrading the size of the hard drives, so, and the processor and everything else. So hopefully streaming will become much smoother. Editing will become way smoother. I don't know that I'm going to be keeping Corel as a video editor, because if I do go with the Blackmagic hardware, it also comes with DaVinci hardware or software for editing, which means that there's more with software learning. I downloaded it once and I was more pressed for trying to get content out rather than learning how to use a whole new program. And Corel does have a problem with crashing when I give it too many edits, or when the video card decides it's had enough, or when it's crashed a really horrible amount of time, which is why I originally downloaded DaVinci, but I got impatient and I did not want to discipline time or set aside time to learn how to use DaVinci to get the video editing done. I don't know if it will or will not be faster than using Corel. The reviews I'm getting and the input I'm getting from people who use it say it is more reliable and doesn't crash nearly as much. So there is the input that I want from you guys. Really seriously, for those who watch regular content on this channel, which is like all of maybe 20 of you, even though I have like 400 subscribers. So thank you for the 20 of you that actually religiously watch content. My question to you guys is, do you think, in your opinion as viewers, spending the money to upgrade the camera and the software is worth the potential lack of content that it's going to create while I learn the new software and learn how to use the new equipment? I mean, I know you guys all love to laugh at me while I'm installing this desk, but rather than making it a big whole me pulling my hair out thing, I think I would just do it behind the scenes, and there might just be like a couple weeks where there's like this, a little bit of lack of content while I'm furiously taking notes and figuring out what shortcut keys are and how to do it fastest. And it's entirely possible that in the last 12 months that between running a substandard video editing program and the tower just having, the tower is 4 or 5 years old, and the hardware is, I guess it wasn't prime at the time when I bought it, but I had a really huge budget, and this time it's going to be a little bit larger. So hopefully the upgrades will definitely be worth it. If you guys think that the investment in the Blackmagic cameras, which will reduce the flicker, okay, so the flicker that you get in the time lapses hopefully will be able to be reduced, because on this camera I cannot adjust the frame rate, and to do it in Corel is basically pointless because it doesn't actually affect the flicker that I get from my overhead light. And the old cameras that were doing the really bad banding on that live stream, those are out of the picture. But with this one, with this webcam, there is still banding if I use it straight down on there. So using this 1080 webcam in substitution for this is not going to happen. And this camera basically is like a handy cam. It will not hook up to my computer in any way, shape, or form as any kind of webcam sort of device. So I will either have to get another 1080, and there's going to be a hot band and a cold band and a hot band and a cold band. Thank God they won't move, but the banding will be there, or it will require the investment of the Blackmagic cameras and then learning some software. So it's up to you guys. I did all of two live casts before the tower told me to piss off with no ability really for a reach around. So that's my question for you guys is, while you guys are sitting and waiting, not that I'm really great about posting content, but I'm trying to get better, and at least I've been adamantly working at it versus coming home and just going, I'm tired from work and I don't care. It's a hobby, I don't have to work on it tonight. There's stuff that I've been really excited about doing, and this computer issue is it's a real problem. I do have a rapid solution to it. But the question is are we gonna upgrade the filming cameras while we're doing this? Is that worth the investment, or do you guys not really care? Because at this point, there's 20 of you that watch and 433 subscribers, but with COVID, there's no way of making any investment back with sales of original pieces. I do have a commission coming up, so I will try to walk everybody through that as best as I can, from A to B, and C to D and E and F. I will have to dig up old contracts because this is a returning client. But that's the question, and that's the status of things. So if you don't see content out there, it's because the tower has had it. It's fully in the piss off mode. I can barely watch YouTube, and Facebook is just like, yeah, it's not a thing. I can still record on this and then do overhead and do, manual traditional art, but the digital art is out of the picture for the right now, and I think for the moment the live streaming is also going to be out, as you saw. So give me your input on whether or not you feel that the extra investment, because it's a little bit, I'm not going to lie, comparatively to other setups, it's cheap. But considering that this was a $150 camera, it is not cheap. Not by any means. And a few friends of mine have kind of said, that's really expensive. Like, it's almost as much as a new tower to get this new camera set up with the monitor that's down at my eye level that can compensate for the frame rate and the flicker in the LED lights, and it will streamline, hopefully, recording and editing without having to let memory cards cool down. Let me know in the comments below, and I will catch you on the flip side of this semi-disaster that I'm going to have to get myself through. Till then, peace out. Keep up.